عشوة شوف العشوة عشوة فيها لمة عشوة تسعد قلبك في برنامج عشوة في برنامج عشوة.
In the pursuit of worldly wealth, something has to give. Something has to be sacrificed along the way. Riches do not come without their own trials and tribulations. The older of the Gani brothers, Farouk, is so consumed with building his empire and amassing wealth that he has failed to see the effect it has on his wife and children, who to some extent have even adopted his "I want it all and I want it now" mindset. Reported from Ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anh, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam has said, "The son of Adam will not be dismissed from his Lord on the day of Qiyamah until he is questioned about 5 issues: his life and how he lived it, his youth and how he used it, his wealth and how he earned it, and he spent it, and how he acted upon his knowledge." Narrated by Sunan at-Tirmidhi.
معكم سعادتنا في برنامج عشوة في برنامج عشوة.
It is the next evening, and while the wind howls forlornly outside, Yahya sits in his grandfather's armchair, waiting for Ali Baba to continue with his story. The old man enters the room, and Yahya shifts to the sofa so that his Nana can make himself comfortable in his favorite spot.
Ah, the fire's already lit. You're a quick learner, hey, Yahya?
You're a good teacher, Nana.
Shouldn't you be getting ready for bed? It's back to school tomorrow.
Still early, Nana. Nana, why do they call you Ali Baba? Were you like the character from the story of Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves when you were younger?
No, but my full name is Ahmed Ali Bana, and Ali Baba was my byline in the newspaper I used to write for.
I thought you ran a shop, Nana. How did you write for a newspaper when you didn't even finish high school?
I didn't write professionally, but every now and then, when there was something going on in Fietas, I would write an article and submit it, and it would get published in the papers.
Cool. Can I have a look at those articles, Nana?
Sure, my boy. I'm glad you have such a keen interest in learning about the past, instead of whiling away your time on that phone of yours. They're all packed away in a cupboard under the stairs, so you'll have to dig through them.
Perfect. I'll get started tomorrow. So, Nana, you were telling me the story of your friend Farouk Gani?
Ah, yes. So Ashraf was a struggle stalwart. We became firm friends in 1970. Your nanny and Ashraf's wife, Julie, also became good friends. Julie was a revert, a white woman from a rich English family who had gone against the laws of time and married Ash, who was from a conservative Muslim family. I must tell you, it set tongues wagging when she came to stay in Fietas. Ashraf's father was so angry that he wanted to disown his son. But his mother was a kind-hearted soul, and as soon as she took Julie under her wing, Julie reverted and became Muslim. The community was surprised, considering her very Christian background. But Julie stunned them all by proving to be a much better Muslim than most who were born with a deen. Your Nani used to teach Julie how to practice Islam.
You really miss Nani a lot since she passed away last year, right, Nana?
I do, my boy, I do. But life must go on.
So, Nana, how did this Julie manage to live with Farouk Gani if the government laws were so strict at that time? We learned at school that marrying out of one's racial class was forbidden under apartheid.
Yes, that's true. But Fietas in those days was one of the few areas in South Africa where people of all races lived together. So when Ashraf brought Julie in as his wife, she was immediately accepted by the community.
It must have been tough for this lady Julie, though, coming from a white background.
I think it was the beginning, but she adapted quickly, and she was always backing the cause of the non-whites. Even before she married Ashraf, she joined Ashraf in his struggle against the Group Areas Act, and together they headed up the Pageview Residents Association.
Did you join them, Nana?
I certainly did, my boy. Ashraf had taken over his father's shop on 14th Street, a few doors away from mine, And every day at lunchtime, we would gather at the back of his shop and see how we could stop the government from overtaking Fietas. You see, the Group Areas Act was in the process of evicting people from their homes and businesses. And in the mid-70s, they were targeting the whole of 14th Street. They wanted us to close our businesses down and move them to the Oriental Plaza, which they had built in Fordsburg, so that Fietas could be made into a whites-only area. But we refused to move.
How did you do that, Nana? I thought...
I wonder who that is. Go and see, yeah? We'll have to continue with the story at another time.
Salma is in the kitchen, having an early morning cup of coffee and waiting for her husband and children, who are getting ready for work and school, respectively. Zaidan walks in and offers to help his mother, but she tells him that the cook has already prepared all their lunches, so he can sit down to breakfast.
I'll just have some cereal. Mommy, are you okay from last night? You barely ate supper, and then you said you had a headache and went up to bed.
Yes, I'm fine now. You know, Zaidan, it's never crossed my mind to be suspicious of your father.
Ach, Mom, we were just joking. We didn't mean to plant suspicions in your mind. None of us really believes that Dad has a secret life.
I wonder though. Anyway, why are you up so early? Aren't you still waiting to hear if the boarding school accepted you or not?
I am, but I needed to sit with my hifz this morning. Mommy, you think Daddy still won't consider putting me in full-time hifz instead of school?
You know, we've had this conversation many times, Zaidan. You're a super bright boy with tons of potential. You need to get a top-notch education now, so that you can go on to study and get a degree. There'll always be time for hifz later.
But Mom, you and Daddy both didn't study, and see how far you've come in life.
Don't argue with me, Zaidan. Now let me go and see where Nazia is. She is supposed to be going to varsity today to collect her coursework for the upcoming semester.
Zaidan sits despondently at the kitchen table while Salma leaves the room to go upstairs to wake Nazia up.
Nazia, why are you still sleeping? Don't you have to go into campus this morning? And this room is so dark and stuffy. Let me open the curtains.
Oh, Mom, it's too bright.
Nazia, you better get up. It's already past 7. You said you needed to be at campus by 8.
Ugh, what's the point? I can just register online and get my books couriered.
Nazia, you have absolutely no work ethic. Your father paid good money to enroll you at a top university. And instead of studying and working hard, you spend all your time sleeping.
Dad is literally made of money. My music university fees won't make a dent in his wallet.
What is wrong with you?
It's called depression, Mom.
Depression? Depression, my foot. If there's anyone around here who should be depressed, it's me. What? With your father working all the hours that Allah sends? And after what the boy said last night about him having a secret life.
Aw, Mom, you know that can't be true. The boys were just messing around. They didn't really mean it.
But what if it's true, Naz? What if your father has a wife and kids stashed away somewhere?
A few short blocks away, Farouk's secret second wife, Farhana, is also attempting to wake her only son up for his first day at a new school.
Aman, come my darling. If you don't wake up now, you're going to be late for school.
Oh, Ummi, aren't I skipped today?
On your first day at this new high school? I don't think so.
But Ummi...
Come on, Aman. You know how much you were looking forward to this. Why the cold feet now? Are you stressing about starting at a new school halfway through the year?
No, I'm glad that I left the other private high school. The kids there were way too uptight and snooty. 2 terms there were too many. Ummi, you know it isn't school I'm worried about. I just... well...
Oh, I get it. You're stressed about bumping into the boys, right?
Yes. Papa said they don't even know I exist. But what if they just look at me and guess who I am?
Really now? Why would they look at you and think you're their brother? You look nothing like them. Remember those pictures of them that Papa showed you a few months ago?
I know. But sometimes I have this dream of bumping into them and them recognizing me.
This really is bugging you, I see. Listen, my child, I know you might have an urge to approach them when you see them, but you know how much that will anger Papa. It took me so long to convince him to send you to the same school as them. And I think you owe me that trust that you won't let them know who you are.
I'm not stupid, Umi. Of course I won't tell them who I am. I'm just worried that they might figure it out.
If they haven't figured it out for the past 14 years, I doubt they will now.
Maybe someone told them.
Well, Papa definitely never told them anything about us. So if by chance they do find out, it will be from some outside source. He made me promise never to disclose to his first family that I am married to him. Ever. I mean, can you just imagine what will happen if Salma and your half-brothers and sister find out that their father has a second wife? Not to mention a son too.
Back at the Gani mansion, Farouk tells his twin sons that his driver Mike will drop them off at school before taking Farouk himself into the office in town. Bilal and Jarir are surprised, as their father usually goes his own way in the morning and leaves Salma to sort their lifts out, but they do not question their father and get into the car quietly.
So boys, ready for the final leg of your schooling career? You only have a couple of months left before finals.
Yeah, I think so.
And have you started studying yet?
Kind of. We'll be getting breakdowns and doing revision this term.
I see. Tell me, boys, do the matric students mix with the kids from the other grades?
Yeah, like sometimes. But most of the time not.
No, not really. We have our own field in a separate area for break, so we hardly see them.
Good. Good then. Here's the school already.
Mikey, I think you can stop here. There's so much traffic going up. We'll just take a stop. We'll walk the rest of the way.
Yes, yeah is good. Thanks, Mikey. Salam's Dad. See you later.
Salams, boys. Stay safe.
The twins jump out of the car and walk alongside it on their way to the school gate. The morning school traffic has mounted up and their father's Mercedes-Benz crawls along beside them as they walk.
Oh, that was so weird. This must have been like the first time in years that Daddy was with, to drop us off at school. That didn't happen for a while.
It was hectic, Jarir. And he decides to do this now, when we are almost done with our school life? I wonder why.
I don't know how you feel, right? But you think maybe Daddy brought us in the morning to make sure we're actually going to school? Or maybe he thinks we're bunking or we're chilling somewhere or we're just not going to school?
Nah, I don't really think he cares about that sort of thing.
Then why did he? Hey, wait a sec. Bilal, did you see that?
What? No, what are you even talking about?
Did you check that guy there, the child? He just raised his hand to wave at Daddy and smiled. And Daddy waved back at him. Did you see that?
Oh my word!
Bilal looks up just in time to see a familiar-looking younger boy drop his hand. But before the kid can turn around and back away, they lock eyes and Bilal gasps in surprise. Understanding dawns on the kid's face, and he quickly hurries away and disappears into the multitude of students entering the school gates. Bilal turns back to see if his father is still watching them, but Mike has managed to navigate the traffic, and the Mercedes is now heading down the road away from the school.
What? Bilal, what is it? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Jarir, do you know who that is?
Who? What do you mean, Bilal? No, of course not. Isn't it just one of the guys here?
That's him. I just know it is.
Huh? Him? Who? What are you speaking about?
Daddy's other son. Don't you see? That's why Dad was lifting his hand to greet him.
What? How do you know this? Hi, Bilal. Tell me you're not serious, man. You're joking, right?
We are excited to announce that the Radio Islam app is available on Android as well as the iOS platform. Download it today. Access seamless streaming, salah times, recipes and all other features available for free from Radio Islam International.